Some babysitters are great, but others, they turn the job into pure nightmares. Today, we're talking about the worst babysitters ever. You'll never look at babysitting the same way again. Make sure to subscribe and comment babysit if you've ever had one before. A babysitting job gone wrong.
On September 12th, a teenage babysitter took a last-minute job at an isolated lakehouse in the Minnesota woods. After tucking the kids in, she sank onto the couch with the TV on. The landline rang. Heavy breathing. She hung up. 12 minutes later, it rang again. "Did you look in on the kids?" She forced a laugh, called it a prank, and ended the call. Then it rang a third time. "Why haven't you looked?" Shaking now, she dialed 911. The dispatcher said, "If he calls back, keep him talking. We'll trace it." The phone rang immediately. The voice hissed, "Go upstairs." She kept him on the line. And again, the phone rings. Officers arguing to get out of the house. Now, the calls are coming from upstairs. She ran for the door, then froze as the baby monitor lit up with motion. She bolted outside, barefoot on the gravel. A tall figure stepped from the trees and stared. Calm, almost disappointed. "Why didn't you check on the children?" Her phone vibrated. A photo from an unknown number, the kids asleep, picture shot from above. Patrol cars crested the road. By the time they reached her, the house was silent. Upstairs, every bed was empty. On the crib rail hung 3 tiny paper tags, each stamped with the exact times of the calls.
It was supposed to be a normal night. The parents went out, the babysitter showed up, and everything seemed fine. But instead of actually watching the kids, the babysitter locked themselves in the living room with their phone. Hours passed. The kids were left wandering around, making their own food, and even sneaking outside at one point. Imagine kids, alone in the dark, with no one checking on them. When the parents came back, they found the babysitter asleep, phone still in their hand, and food burned in the kitchen. One wrong move, and the whole night could have ended in disaster. Babysitting is supposed to be about responsibility, not ignoring kids for social media. Would you ever trust someone like that again? The killer sitter.
This reaction is what caused this case to go viral. It's a bit of a creepy smile. She's showing all of her teeth, and then she responds, and when she's talking, it's kind of like she can't wipe the smile off her face.
Awake the whole time?
No, he was sleeping.
When?
The whole time.
The whole time you babysat him?
Well, no, I mean, like, after he got there, he was up for, like, a couple hours, and then...
That's her reaction to baby Benson's death.
Like she wanted to laugh.
Yeah, and when she starts talking, her face briefly betrays her, and it looks like her lips are going up in a smile, and she scrunches her face up and goes, "Why is he dead?" Why is he dead? Not, what do you mean? Wait, that doesn't make sense. How is he dead? What happened? Why is he dead?
Why is he dead?
We were hoping that you could shed some light on that.
I don't know.
Marissa?
She sniffles, but her face turns more into a smile. And if you just screenshot this part of the interrogation and you take a picture of Marissa, you take it onto the street and you ask people, "Hi, what emotion does this woman have?" They would say carefree, happy, someone who just was told a joke. Her smile lines are out. She's literally smiling. And it's not like this uncomfortable smile either. It's like a genuine smile. Then she opens her mouth with her lips still upturned in that creepy smile. And she squeezes her eyes closed like a 10-year-old and starts making a strange crying noise.
And I need you to tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened.
I think the best way to describe what she looks like is Gollum from The Lord of the Rings.
Some babysitters are careless, but others cross into truly terrifying. This babysitter looked normal, smiled, acted polite, and seemed like they had everything under control. But behind the scenes, things were very different. Kids reported being screamed at, shoved, and even threatened when they didn't listen. Later, it was revealed that this babysitter had a violent history that parents didn't know about. They were literally letting a dangerous person into their home. Imagine being left with someone you trusted, only to find out later they could have seriously harmed you. That's not just the worst babysitter. That's a nightmare nobody should go through. If you think that's beyond messed up, hit that like button right now. The Babysitter's Secret.
The babysitter told our daughter, "Give this to your parents when you're alone." I heard those words through the baby monitor app on my phone while sitting in the restaurant parking lot waiting for my takeout order. My wife and I had hired the babysitter through an agency just 3 weeks ago to watch our 3 kids while we grabbed dinner at the Italian place downtown. She was pressing something into my 13-year-old daughter Stella's hands while glancing nervously toward the windows like she expected someone to be watching. The babysitter kept checking over her shoulder and whispering urgently to Stella, who looked confused but was nodding along. I abandoned the takeout and called my wife, who was at the pharmacy picking up allergy medicine, and told her to meet me at home immediately because something felt very wrong. By the time I pulled into our driveway doing 60 in a residential zone, the babysitter was already walking to her car, acting completely normal and waving goodbye like nothing had happened. Stella was standing at the living room window, holding what looked like a thick manila envelope against her chest, looking confused and scared. Everything about this felt wrong. "Everything okay tonight?" I asked the babysitter, trying to keep my voice steady while my wife's car screeched around the corner behind me. She smiled and said the kids were absolute angels, and that bedtime went perfectly smoothly, but her hands were trembling as she fumbled with her keys, and she kept checking her mirrors like someone might be following her. After she peeled out of our driveway way too fast, we rushed inside and found Stella in her room, sitting cross-legged on her bed and staring at a sealed manila envelope that looked like it had been stuffed full. She said to give this to you when we were completely alone, and not to let anyone else see it, and that it was really important you get it tonight because tomorrow might be too late. My wife grabbed the envelope from Stella's hands while I ran upstairs to check on our younger kids, who were thankfully sound asleep in their beds. The envelope felt heavy and had something hard inside, along with what felt like a stack of papers. My wife's face went chalk white because Stella was adopted, and we'd always feared something exactly like this might happen with her biological parents trying to make contact, even though the adoption had been closed and sealed by the court. What if her birth mother wants her back or is trying to challenge the adoption? My wife's voice cracked as she voiced what we'd both been absolutely terrified of since the day we brought Stella home 13 years ago, when she was just 3 days old. The adoption had been completely legal and ironclad, but biological parents sometimes changed their minds or tried to establish contact, especially now with those DNA websites making it easier to track down anyone. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen drawer and carefully sliced open the envelope while Stella watched from the doorway, looking scared and holding onto the doorframe for support. Inside were several documents and photographs that made my stomach drop straight through the floor. The first thing I saw was an old birth certificate with Stella's original name and the babysitter's name listed as the biological mother. Behind that were DNA test results from one of those ancestry websites, showing a 99.9% parent-child match between them. My wife grabbed Stella and pulled her close while I kept going through the papers with trembling fingers trying to understand what this woman wanted from our family. The next document was a mugshot of a man I'd never seen before with dead eyes and a neck tattoo, along with his violent criminal record showing multiple arrests for aggravated assault and domestic violence and attempted kidnapping of a minor. Behind that was a printed screenshot of text messages between the babysitter and this man, where he was demanding she help him get his daughter back and describing what he'd do to her if she didn't cooperate. The most recent message from yesterday said, "I know where they live and what school she goes to, and I'm done waiting. I'll take what's mine whether you help or not, you worthless piece of garbage." At the bottom of the stack was a handwritten note in shaky writing from the babysitter explaining she'd been searching for years just to know Stella was safe, but never planned to make contact until her ex found out through a cousin's DNA match. He got out of prison 6 weeks ago, and he's completely obsessed with taking her and says he'll grab her no matter what the law says because she's his blood. I called 911 while my wife ran through the house, locking all the doors and windows and grabbing the aluminum baseball bat from our bedroom closet. Police cars filled our entire driveway within minutes with lights flashing, and an officer took the envelope as evidence while another started asking rapid-fire questions. 2 hours later, they arrested him sitting in his black pickup truck 3 blocks from our house with a loaded gun, zip ties, and a bottle of chloroform in a bag marked with Stella's name.
Sometimes the scariest part of a babysitter isn't what they do in front of the kids. It's what they hide. One family discovered their sitter had a criminal record they never mentioned. Another kid found the sitter's diary hidden in their backpack, filled with strange notes about the children, their routines, and even things like best hiding spots in the house. Parents also reported babysitters sneaking strangers inside while the kids were upstairs. It makes you wonder, how many babysitters are hiding huge secrets behind a friendly smile? If you thought your babysitter had a secret, would you try to snoop? Comment yes or no. Babysitter gets caught.
You used our money to buy.
And you had boys come over to the house. Woo! Look at the time. It's getting late. I should probably be going. Oh, and you know that whole thing about my fee? Consider it on the house. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, no, you're not going anywhere.
You have some things to answer for, some answers to questions.
We got a complaint that someone would be carrying.
Hey, Darman fam, please remember we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives. I'll see you in the next video.
Parents today have one big advantage: cameras. And those cameras have exposed some of the worst babysitters ever. One sitter was caught stealing jewelry, stuffing it into their bag when they thought no one was watching. Another was recorded screaming at kids, calling them names and threatening them. Others were busted throwing wild parties in the house while the kids hid upstairs. The scary part is that without cameras, these babysitters might have gotten away with it. Instead, parents saw the truth and fired them instantly. Imagine thinking you're safe with your babysitter while they're secretly doing things behind your back. Catching evil babysitters.
First aid kit. Alright, I'm gonna grab something in my car.
What?
Right back.
No! Where are you going?
I'll be back.
No way. Did she just leave? There is no way she just left the kid while she was injured. Oh, what happened?
She just straight up left me alone.
How do you leave a kid that you're babysitting with a pencil in their face? Like, I don't even know how we're gonna give her a ranking on this.
If it was real, my nose would be gone by now. Very chill, I guess, but very lazy. I also got a pencil stuck in my nose, and she ran away from me and left me alone in pain. I can't go to 0, so I'll give her a 1.
We delivered a pizza and she used the parents' money to pay for it. 1 star.
Actually, 1.5 stars because she gave us a good tip.
And guys, we're gonna be using this tier list right behind us to rank all the babysitters. And remember, whoever gets the best rank is gonna win $1,000 at the end of this video. It is now time to rank Susie the babysitter on our tier list. What are we thinking, guys?
I don't know. Susie did leave a child with a pencil through her nose, so.
She did kind of leave the child to die.
I'm ranking Susie a D. She left the house. She was getting paid and she just left. Unbelievable. On to the next babysitter.
Come on, do better, babysitter.
Now it is time to expose the next babysitter with the help of my friend
Demetrius.
All right, Demetrius, as you know, I have one of the worst rated babysitters in the world coming over right now.
I think he'll have no way of stopping me from breaking rules.
What Demetrius is gonna do is he's gonna break every single rule to see what the babysitter does.
He's not gonna stop me because I'm not gonna let him.
But first, let's read some reviews, shall we?
Melissa said, so clumsy, if his head wasn't attached to his body, he wouldn't even realize. Left the garage door open all day, things could have easily gotten stolen or someone come in the house.
So I guess this person is very forgetful and doesn't remember things. Andre said, it would be a very close decision on who I'd rather let babysit my kid. A rock or him again. I'd probably go with the rock. Wow.
So after looking at a lot of Chris's reviews, it seems to me like he doesn't listen at all. So we have Demetrius's very strict dad to give him some very, very solid rules.
Hey guys, this is Demetrius's father. To make sure this babysitter has a piece of my mind, he has some very strict rules to follow.
Trust me, if I was Chris, I would not want to be dealing with that dad.
Yeah, definitely don't disobey those rules, Chris. I mean, for your own sake.
Hey, welcome in, Chris.
How's it going, sir? Yes.
Gotta have very strict rules for this household.
Will do, sir.
My son has some health issues. We gotta make sure you abide by these rules. There's gonna be no jumping on the couches or beds at any time. No candy allowed. Do not miss lunch by 2 p.m. And he has to have at least one vegetable with every meal, all right?
All right, veggies.
Make sure.
Yes, sir.
And if he goes outside at any time, I don't care what it is, any time, he has to be supervised. You understand?
Yep.
Mandatory. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Yep. No problem.
Here's the rules.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Hey, be good. Love you.
Love you.
See you soon. Your dad's kind of runs a tight ship around here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so the dad just left and it's just Demetrius and the babysitter now. I honestly don't know what to expect here, to be honest. Because Chris looks like a nice guy, but he has a terrible ranking. Terrible ranking and babysitting probably doesn't go well together.
I'm excited. Demetrius knows what to do.
Candy!
No, but Dad just told me you can't have candy. It's the second rule. No candy allowed.
Ah, he was just joking.
I mean, Sour Patch is my favorite. You can have a few, but only you don't tell your dad.
Bro, this guy walked in, it hasn't even been 5 minutes, and he just broke rule number 1. Oh my god.
I like Sour Patch Kids too.
Alright guys, let's not hate him too hard yet because he's only broke 1 out of the 5 rules so far. So
that's 20% of the rules.
Alright, well let's see.
What do you usually do after school?
I usually study or do my homework.
Now Demetrius is gonna go absolutely crazy in the house and just jump on every furniture imaginable.
Break all the rules now that your dad's not here?
Yeah.
No, I don't really care what you do. As long as you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Dude, he's literally doing nothing to stop him.
Like, Chris seems really nice, but it seems like he's being too nice.
Where's the authority?
It's time for more candy!
Dump it, dump it, dump it! Yeah!
That's not even funny.
Kind of.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my god, Chris didn't pick up any of the mess on the ground.
Oh my god, it's a bed! I need to jump on it! My dad would be so mad at him if he knew that he was letting me do all this.
And finally, there are babysitters who aren't just careless or selfish. They're straight up evil. Kids have told stories of babysitters locking them in closets, refusing to give them food, or even scaring them on purpose, just for fun. Some babysitters enjoyed the power they had and used it to make kids cry. Thankfully, a lot of these evil babysitters eventually got caught when parents started to notice patterns, installed cameras, or showed up unexpectedly. But it makes you wonder, how many bad babysitters are out there right now, still pretending to be responsible while actually terrifying kids behind closed doors? So, which babysitter do you think was the absolute worst? The one with the secret, the careless one who vanished into their phone, or the so-called killer sitter? Comment your answer below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another story. Babysitters are supposed to protect kids, but as you just saw,